about when I was 16. I had a girlfriend. We started using heavy drugs together. And from that started that downward spiral. You know, I got hooked into it bad. Shortly after that, I dropped out of school, started hanging with the crowd. It started as a weekend warrior deal, and then I started thinking I could sell heavy drugs. So that's kind of where it spun off to, and it just kept going. My dad used to also use heavy drugs. About a year after I started using, we started using together. We fed into one of each other's addictions. It was just terrible. Like the addiction part was weird because I went all the way until I was 17 until I caught my first charge. Once I caught that first charge, it still didn't even stop me. I was finding ways around probation and not doing the UAs and stuff, and still using. And then I got a DYD, and I would still use. Like, I was just getting these charges, and it still wasn't registering in my mind. Like, all I wanted, that's how powerful the addiction was. All I wanted to do was to use. The drug would make you feel like you were on top of the world at that moment in time. I have a slew of charges. You know, it wasn't until just 2023. And when I got my car accident because I was drinking, and I hit a lady up here on 23rd and 5th. I wrecked into her. The night I hit that individual, for some reason I thought the light was green, but she was in the turn lane. I shot the red light and I caught the backside of her car. I still thank God every day to this day that I did not hurt her. I ended up cracking my 8th and 9th rib in the car accident. I totaled my dad's car. I don't know if I totaled her vehicle, and I ended up going to jail. I did about 7 days in jail, and then I got bonded out. But that was actually the turning point for me. So November 28th of 2023, I went back to Narconon. I did 94 days. I was released. For something at Narconon, it clicked, you know. It's like I wanted to be and have something and be known for something more than just a drug addict. You know, I'm 38 now, then I was 37. And at 37 you should have a house, you know, a car, a family, and all I had was an addiction. So I got out. I was doing IOP, and I just wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting what I needed out of IOP. At this time, my dad had wrecked my car, so I'm walking everywhere. And I wasn't getting it from IOP, and my probation officer once again mentioned Jobs of Hope. You know, the difference between Jobs of Hope and the IOPs I was going to was, it seemed like the gentleman wanted to be there. And IOP, these people were from drug court, and all you would hear them do is complain about, I don't want to be in here because I have to be here. So I started doing Jobs of Hope. I started doing Men of Valor. I got to meet a lot of the gentlemen. Doing the values is what really started helping me look inward on what I needed to fix, you know. I got to do those, and then I got to do the relapse preventions with David on Mondays. And again, here you are in a setting where gentlemen want to be there. They're doing this because they want a change in life. You know, you just get to know who you are. But doing my 48 hours of community service with the food bank opened up a position in the warehouse for warehouse assistant. I applied for it, and I got it. 5 months into a warehouse assistant, their warehouse inventory compliance specialist, the position above me, opened up. I applied for it. I got it. So here I am. I came in open-minded, open-hearted, and ready for change. And that's how I turned my life around. Well, that's how I am turning my life around. I haven't turned it around quite all the way yet. I'm still in progress. I'm still doing the hard work for it. And that's kind of what people have to understand is Jobs of Hope can only do so much. But if you're willing to put that hard work in and take the steps with them, you will accomplish what you are doing. And you will change your life for the better. No matter how bad it is, you can have a better life. You just have to want it and work for it.